Y'all ready? Let me just recap the day's events to this point. This afternoon, about 3 o'clock, we received a call that there had been a hiker out in this area walking through the woods, through a wooded area, and happened upon what he believed to be human remains. He called for deputies to arrive. Deputies on scene, once they arrived on scene, looked at the remains and determined that they were most likely human remains based upon appearance. Heavily burned human remains.
Good morning and welcome to the Talking News. Anyways, that was the sheriff speaking about the body that they found last night. It was late last night. Well, they found it earlier, but we didn't find out about it until late last night. A hiker supposedly found the body around 3 p.m. yesterday. Okay, so this is what the article says. A hitchhiker made the grisly discovery around 3 p.m. Thursday off of Highway 211 between Bandera Road and Calupra. God forgive me for slaughtering those names, but it's near 211. Now, they say that the sheriff Salazar is cautiously optimistic, but last night when we were hearing the story, they sound like they were pretty sure of who they found. But I think him changing that to cautiously optimistic is better for the family, because what if, it isn't her? There are several missing people in Texas. Now, according to the evidence they did find is this. So the timeline of what they think this burned body or remains, they think it's around, the body probably has been there about 2 weeks, no more than 2 months is what they're thinking. And so that fits in with the timeline of where Andreen McDonald went missing. So when police arrived on the scene, it was around 6 o'clock or so. Team Savage showed up to support, the sheriff and the family. They were there to show respect to Andreen McDonald. This is the Facebook group I was telling you about that have spent so much of their time searching. Now, there are other groups out there as well that were searching for Andreen. And one of those people are Yolanda Stewart. And here's a brief clip of an idea of what she does.
I'm over here by Fort Sam on that Hallbrook Road, and if you look around here, there's a bunch of brush. Over here by Austin Highway, where they used to live at, anybody could easily get dumped over here. Look at all this area. And then this area over here even goes down. So I think this area should be searched, or we can get a...
Okay, so Yolanda posted it on another Facebook group. I told you there's several of the Andreen McDonald, and this is the Red Shoe District. And she posts a lot on the missing people in the United States. Yolanda owns a Jamaican restaurant where Andreen McDonald and her husband Andre McDonald would come in often to have dinner or lunch. And it's touched her heart deeply since she's known Andreen for quite a while. She just is one small example of the people out there who are trying to help find Andreen and to bring closure to Andreen's family. So late last night, police were on the scene where they found what they suspect could be Andreen McDonald's remains. It was too dark, so they kept the area on lockdown until sunrise this morning because it was too dark to process the scene. The sheriff says, "We've been working like crazy to get some closure for Andreen's family." So the sheriff's department and investigators aided volunteer search parties and have been searching for McDonald since March 1st, so it's just over a month that she's been missing. Andre McDonald actually just posted bond and was seen leaving the jailhouse yesterday. So this is all happening back to back. The evidence that they found at the McDonald's home when this first began was they found blood inside the Chevrolet car. They found Andre McDonald's phone and one of Andrine's older phones, which don't make sense. It had to have been used for a distraction in some way. They found 2 fire pits at 2 separate occasions. They found hair and blood in the bathroom, as well as they found blood on the floor, according to one source. Now, what hasn't been mentioned very often is the fact that their daughter, who is autistic and nonverbal, according to the sources we're reading about her, she gave a description that her mother had trouble breathing. I'm not going to go into major details on this again. If you want to see that, you can go refer back to my older videos. But one of Andrine's friends actually recorded what the daughter said, but we haven't heard any more about that. When police pulled up the GPS information on Andre McDonald, they did pull up some information that he visited Camp Bullis and he had no business there, according to sources. So immediately police put their interest into the military base. So did search groups. They searched the area and come up with no luck. Now, everybody did suspect that there was a possibility that he would burn her body, and I think that's because of the fire pits in the backyard. They found the zipper in one of those fire pits. But there wasn't enough time to really dispose of a human body by fire. When I did the research, it takes about, it takes many hours to do that, and depending on how you do it, what you use. So I wouldn't have thought that he was able to cremate her to the point he was wanting to. So police took in this evidence. I'm sure they figured that out as well. They said, well, he didn't have time to do much. He really didn't. I think the key time in this case for Andre McDonald is where he went right before he returned home, 1 p.m. on March 1st. Now, I believe that he used his phone and other equipment to spoof and manipulate where he went and why. And I say this because if this was to turn out to be the remains of Andre McDonald, they really didn't have any GPS information that we're aware of in that area. Now, a lot of people are wondering why. Why did he do this if he done this? And so looking on a lot of the groups and stuff, you see a lot of speculation. I even speculate some. If it's something you're interested in, you're going to wonder, why did Andre McDonald kill what seemed to be this wonderful, just perfect person? Some people believe it is an accident. Some people believe that he did it for money. And I guess as time goes on, we will find out that truth. I know at the beginning of this, Andrine McDonald's family was having a hard time accepting the fact that she was gone and that Andre McDonald had anything to do with it. He was part of the family for years, so, and at first, they couldn't really see him as a person of interest, and it was hard to accept. So today they're asking him to please, for the family's sake, for the daughter's sake, just come forward, tell them something, give them closure. Hopefully, he looks like right now he's probably in the denial process if he did do this, and will eventually hopefully tell what happened. Now, the remains of whoever this is that they found yesterday, they're going to try to do DNA evidence testing. Then also, possibly, if they can, which would be quicker, dental records. And a lot of times the dental records give you a pretty quick identification. I'm hoping to do an update on this where it's completely detailed from the beginning to the current period, and just to update the story with the new information that we have. I want to say good job out there to all the police and all the searchers and all the people that were out there trying their best to bring closure to this family. And I have to go right now because the Kelsey Barrett case is going today. Patrick Frazee is entering a plea, and this was actually one of my first stories I started following. If you do not know this story, it was just devastating. You can watch my older videos that I've uploaded. I'm working on part 3 of the Kelsey Barrett case today. So I want to wish the family my blessings, and I hope that they find a closure. I hope they find answers, and it's just really sad time right now. Much love to everybody involved, and I'm going to close out for now, and I'll see you guys soon.